Hi everyone, my name is Franbel Omilari. Welcome to our channel OCHAREO. Today we're going to talk about the ogdun OcanaTonti Eyioco, Ocana and Ifa. That is said, Maferefun, Egun, Elegua, ogdun, Ochosi, Obatala, Orumila, Ochun, Osain, and Palomayombe. This is one of the ogdun that we need to pay attention because it's a little complicated. We're going to talk about the different adimuses, the pataquines, the ebomisi, the offerings to our orichas, and how we can take care of this ogdun if we have in our ita. Ochareo, Adache, Chenife Chokun, Chenife Maru, Chenife La Ocha. This ogdun, one of the proverb of this ogdun is that when you throw arrows, throw them carefully because you can hurt yourself, your family, or your friend. Why? Because when we speak in this ogdun is the ogdun that always you have problem in your life. This is the ogdun that it was the war between Osain and Mayombe. The palero threw a lot of witchcraft to the Osainista and also the Osainista to the palero. Through that, a lot of people suffered. Why? Because the witchcraft was in the air and they don't only affect themselves, they also affect friends and family members. This is the reason that when we do witchcraft, we need to take care because we can help ourselves or even our family members. In this ogdun, taught you about the war between the square table and the round table, Orumila. So when you see this, it was also the problem between Orumila and the Mayombero, because this ogdun said that always the Mayombero and the person that has crown Ocha or Orumila will be in war, will be in problem. Why? Because we have the Patakin that Orumila and Chango, they both of them were walking around the world. But they didn't want to work with the Ochas and the Orichas. That's why the Oricha in this ogdun get angry because the person don't want to attend the Orichas properly. So what happened that they were walking like paleros. They just wore palo and witchcraft and they don't want to do anything with the Orichas. But at some point, Orumila and Chango, they saw that they didn't have any single reward for the work that they were doing. So they decided to obey Olofi and spoke with him and said, Baba, forgive us because we were doing a lot of bad things around the world. In this ogdun, the person, if you are not scratched, at some point you got to get scratched because he said that we were born with the Congos. We have the tradition of Congo in our spiritual core. So we need to give them their place. So we need to prepare a pat or salamandra or siterayo or something like that because it's the tradition that we have. So we don't have any problem with this kind of Egun because they are so strong and they can help our life. They can disturb our peace and create a lot of problems. So if you are not crowned yet, it's important that you go to the palero and you get a scratch. And if you have for example, Ochan, you are crowned already, try to prepare with the help of any of your elders and a spiritual path for your Congos. When we have this odun, we need to be careful with our blood pressure, our mental health, our bones. If you, for example, are walking and try to avoid to carry a lot of heavy thing because you can get hurt your spine. This odun is the odun that speak when we speak about health, about the bones. So the person that has Ocana, tonti, Eyioco, need also to relax because when you get stressed out, your bone suffer and also your brain. Because here the brain is so sensible to the emotion. So you need to avoid also the alcohol, like a prohibition in the odun OcanaTonti or Eyioco. Because if you drink, you can change your mind and you can become an aggressive person. Because remember that this odun is the odun of the world, is the odun of the battle. That even though we see that everything is quiet, always there are a problem. So the person has to be careful with the nerve too. So in Ocana, Tonti, Eyioco, the best thing is to do any single exercise or hobby that you want to relax yourself. If you can, for example, take a vacation sometime, try to do not argue with anyone to avoid that the blood pressure go high. So try to change your life because when you have this kind of odun, it's because your odun before were they was so agitated. Your life was so agitated and you had to do an amount of things, all of them at the same time. So now that you know what is the problem that you have, it's important that you relax yourself to have a better life. The origin that defend us here is Chango, Cabiosia, la Fikisieko. So is we have any single situation, we have crown ocha, we can clean ourselves with fruit, for example, if from Ochango. We can also clean with one rooster and give the rooster together, put Elegua next to Chango and give the rooster to Elegua and Chango at the same time but clean with the rooster. We can do an ebo in front of Ochun or in front of Obatala with flowers, for example, with different things. It's important in this odun, if you need an ebo, you can do it with any of these oricha. In addition of that, if you have the ibei, you can do an ebo in front of the ibei. In case that you are an aleyo, and at some point you got this odun, because you have, for example, Ocana Egun in your Ofaka Orumila, you can do an ebo in front of Elegua. And with that, it's enough for us. In this odun, our ebo misi, we do with prodigiosa, with yantén, botón de oro y agruma, que da maldición, are all the earth that we can see here. But it's important that we prepare this and season it with holy water, with rum, for example, different perfumes or colognes, also cascarilla. But we're going to take a recipe with part of the humiero and we're going to put it in different places around our house in order that all the bad energy, all the energy of war and problem that we have, this humiero, be all of that, and then the next day we can take it and throw away in front of our door. In case that you cannot do in your door because you live in an apartment, for example, you can throw this humiero in your toilet. And with that, we finish this ebo misi. When we speak about the muses, we can put an adimu, for example, the nyang, table of nyang with epo, palm oil to Elegua. 8 with ori, cocoa butter, and cascarilla for Obatala. We can put also at the move for Chango. We can put, for example, a fried plantain for Chango or corn meal with okra for him. And to Ochun, we can prepare with eggs and, for example, spinach or lettuce or verdolaga. We can prepare the ochinchin that is the scramble also that we add shrimp. And with these shrimps, we prepare this ochinchin and we put it next to Ochun. When we put that next to Ochun, we pray and we speak with Ochun. And then later around, we take this adimu and we go into the river. But when we go into the river, don't throw this ochinchin into a river. Sit down next to a river and put the ochinchin, then 5 pennies, honey, and speak with Ochun. Why? Because Ochun, she has the power to sweet the different problems that we have in our life. That video will be helpful for you. Leave your comment below. Subscribe to this channel to receive notification about new videos. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. OCHAREO.